Good evening. This is Sarvo Srinivasan. After a long time, I am trying to post a video on the EPFO where the 54th meeting minutes, which is out last 2-3 days back. And it is a painful for the senior citizens to read the contents of it, where now somebody new has taken over as a CEO also, and along with that lot of members in it, and they've all dealt with the recent 411, not, I cannot say it is recent, it is 411/22, the judgment given by Mr. U. Lalit, the Honorable Chief Justice of India. Just people, members or the public senior citizens watch the statue behind me, which is recently unveiled by the Supreme Court of India. And if we talk anything negative or any ill of our judiciary systems, it is contempt of court. This is what it is told. And many people we have seen in political arena that people have been arrested and harassed also. And many a times we have seen High Court judges on sumo moto basis, they have taken up the cases for talking something ill of it or negative of it or contempt of court of it has been felt by the Indian judiciary system, and they have taken action through the law with the force of police, and they have arrested people. Here, the central government of India, which is run by the elected and selected by the public, and they are ruling the government of India, and the Ministry of Labour and EPFO joined together, they denied the social security scheme of a pension to the 36 years of service people have put in public sector undertaking. And it was proved in R.C. Gupta's case, the justice delayed was not denied, and it was handed over to us. And later on, it was taken from 2014 to 2022 for the exempted establishments of public sector undertakings. To quote, there are many public sector undertakings have been enjoying the benefits of higher pension, that is 8.33% of ceiling limit of a basic of 5,000 or 6,500 or even 15,000 beyond that ought to be surrendered to the EPFO under the scheme of 16/11/1995 EPS95 higher pension scheme. This was argued. None other than Meenakshi Arora, such a senior lawyer, senior counsel, argued in front of Honorable Chief Justice of India U. Lalit, who gave a historical verdict of keeping in mind the senior citizens of India who have put on 36 years of service or 38 years or even 40 years of service to get some sort of a little benefit, which the EPFO is supposed to give it to the senior citizens in the name of pension. Now, after reading this 54th meeting, one gentleman, I don't know, and gentleman is consultant for this entire EPFO scheme, along with so many other representatives from various sects of the people are all kept for the sake of meeting. And he says, if the higher pension is granted, and that too, in case if it is handed over to exempted establishment trust people, then there will be a dent. This word he has used it, and the minutes also it is recorded. There will be a dent in the financial fund flow. I just wanted to know that gentleman who has quoted this. I just wanted to ask very few questions which I have earlier also raised. The EPFO organization, after independence, this has been started, and all of us know that any contract job or any company job or any business which employs around 20 people are supposed to open an EPFO account for the employees' benefit, and they are supposed to make 8.33% of contributions from the employer's side and 8.33% on the employee's side. Both of them are to be recovered and deposited by the following month before on a particular date. After seeing the challan and verification of these records only, that particular contractor or the employees of business bills are being settled in any organizations. India has got 140 crores of public, and how much amount of business enterprises are there which employs more than 20 people, even businesses like textile shops or engineering units or ancillary units. They are all paying every month the 8.33% of that particular person's basic plus BA, in which it is surrendered to the EPFO account. Here, I would like to mention to the public that it is not only the employer's contribution, it is employees' contributions are going to the kitty, and the reserve, the corpus of EPFO is mounting like crores and crores of rupees. In one of the studies, it has been told that 56 lakh thousand crores of rupees are there in EPFO, and they are the richest firm, richest surplus corpus fund available organization in the world is our EPFO. Okay, now when you are getting this much amount of a flow, there will be a counter argument put up by these EPFO people saying that we segregate, we compartmentalize this issue. One is EPFO, another is EPS95 scheme, which was hitherto was called as a family pension scheme, was closed in 1971, started issue on 16/11/95. So EPS95 fund alone is a separate fund. We are managing it separately. Suppose in a family, if I give 5,000 rupees, that 5,000 rupees out of which groceries I spent only 1,000, milk I spent 500, then other expenditures I kept 3,000, 2,000. This is not the budget in which the EPFO has been functioning. As far as the fund is concerned, the money which flows inside, the money which flows outside, that is the receipts and payments account only. Here the income and expenditure only they are doing. They are not creating any revenue business. What they are doing, they are collecting the money, then investing in various infrastructure of the governments. They are giving on the mutual funds investments, and then whatever the benefits they reap out of it, from which they are paying. Okay, how much they are paying to the public? Let us start a simple equation. How many people who have joined the services of 1980 to 1990 or 94 by this time would have retired? Simple logic. In those people only they might have. But the people who joined even after 94 or 95, they continue to do the service, and if they are contributing that money to that money, will it not come to the kitty of the surplus funds? For whom they are trying to put this hole in our ears. There will be a dent if money is, if public sector undertaking exempted establishment trust rules are to be revisited and then do it. The people who have filed the cases in the high courts and then won the cases, and so many judges of high courts, they have given a declaration to us that it is eligible. You are eligible in case if you are surrendering 8.33%. Then the Supreme Court also heard it for a long time. After a big fight, this has been won legally. We won the case, and even in that judgment also there was lot of stitches have been given. But despite all these things, we were not allowed to register till April 9, 2023. Now it is October. Now I am going to 4th November 2024. It is going to be 2 years, but still the EPFO has been dilly-dallying this case. What for? There are many public sector undertaking exempted establishments. They have already been getting these benefits. Why not they allow it for those people at least of post 1/9/2014? It is so pathetic that they are giving a cutoff date of 1/9/2014, that prior to 1/9/2014 and after 1/9/2014, even after 1/9/2014, justice delayed is now justice denied. My dear members, please just see recently the Honorable Supreme Court Justice India, they have recently changed the attire of this one, and they have removed even the black putty which is used to be there on the eyes of it. It is open. This lady who is standing in the judiciary system, is she looking at us? Are we paid properly? Are we are ready to surrender 30 lakhs of rupees, and it is the duty of the government of India to ensure it, and the Prime Minister, even Chief Finance Minister has been personally met by the EPFO people of the public sector undertaking, retired employees. They met and gave the memorandum to her, despite in her receiving of this one, hailing from Tamil Nadu, that to Trichy, she knows what it is. After that also, such a nasty 54th committee meetings minutes are all openly published by the EPFO. Even after 2 years, they are not ready to implement it. In one of the cases, some of the public sector undertakings or even the private public limited companies, exempted trust have been already been given, like Tamil Nadu newsprints. It is a Tamil Nadu state government company in which it is an exempted one, and they have already given the data and documents. And it is very, very painful to record here that they are demanding from 16/11/95 to 2014 or 2017 or 2018 till tak, whatever the pay slips are there, it has to be surrendered. Okay, exempted establishments, are they not submitting the annual statements every year after year for the exemption which you have given? The exemption, what did you give? It is nothing but a conditional exemption only has been given. Here also, maybe the percentage of 12% instead of 8.33% the organizations can give by way of recovery as an employee as well as employer. Instead of 8.33, 12% has been given. But as far as the interest is concerned, 8.3% or 8.5%, whatever the CBT declares, that the same interest is only extended to the employees. It is not even 1% of interest if it is extended. That is also once again falling under the category of income tax. Here again, even if I give the salary, the money, saved money from the income tax already suffered money, if I have to surrender, say, 30 lakhs of rupees to the demand notice given by EPFO, then that 30 lakhs of rupees savings, what I have done is from the already income tax suffered money. That money only I am going to surrender it to the EPFO. Again, if the government of India, EPFO, is giving me back after deducting my whatever the normal pension of 2,500 or 2,800 from my 30,000 rupees, that 25,000 rupees into 12 months, 3 lakhs plus 10 years, 30 lakhs of rupees, what I have deposited, the money, income tax suffered money, if I am getting it, your Income Tax Act, Indian Income Tax Act says that whatever the money you receive it by way of a cash is again taxable. Tax on tax, tax on tax. We are fools. Publics are fools to make such type of deposits by way of income tax, either by way of TDR will be deducted of 10% by the employees, or even EPFO will deduct 10%. And is it possible for us to file a return? At this age of after 60, somebody can file a case and then go for it. And somebody writes for a Section 89 one relief and all. Is it possible for Section 89 one relief to go for such type of things by appropriating of the arrears to the previous years of income? I don't know what sort of judgments are all being extended. The interest, as on date, the demand is not issued by the EPFO. Whose fault it is? 4/11/22 the judgment was given, but whereas the Supreme Court said whatever the interest you have enjoyed till date on the savings, what you have got it from the EPFO or your trust provident fund, that interest has to be surrendered to the EPFO. That money is due to EPFO. Quite logical, absolutely fine. But at the same time, had I received my 2014, my pension as 30,000 rupees in 2014 itself, that time I would have lost my interest loss. Madras High Court Honorable Justice Mr. Parthiban, who gave an excellent judgment. He is a man of a principle. He gave a judgment that interest portion, employee as well as the EPFO should not browse on the topic at all. It is on the principle of the pension has to be talked. Please, people, look at the Madras High Court judgment and see what a wonderful judgment he has given it. But whereas Supreme Court did not bother about the Madras High Court judgment, here the Indian judiciary system is like this. A case which is filed in the lowest court will go to the magistrate court, then it will go to the High Court, then it will go to the Supreme Court. What for the judges are all sitting there. The lower court judge, whatever he gives the judgment, the plaintiff wins, as far as the defendant goes to the High Court, and the High Court he wins the defendant. Then the plaintiff goes to the Supreme Court, there it is given a different version. So does it mean the judges who are at the lowest court and the highest court are they not studying the law? Are they not studying the same rules and regulations according to their own conveniences and their own wisdom? As this lady is now open, they are giving the judgments. Anything, whatever it is, as a law-abiding citizen, senior citizen, I am not finding fault with this judiciary system. What I am trying to say is, when the judiciary system is ready to listen, ready to interrogate the session, ready to understand that, ready to allow the discussions forum to go in and arguments to forum, and then they decide what is to be given, what is not to be given. Out of the naturals of principle justice is a simple logic. For a senior citizen, is it not 30,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, depending on the eligibility of the employment, whatever he served for the organization as well as to the country, he is eligible for certain benefits, which the same Supreme Court has only given in the case of R.C. Gupta, which we all got it. And having given the judgment, it is more than 24 months, it is 23 months and all over, it is now almost 24 months. But still they are in 54th meeting when they are talking like this. Can we tolerate this? With the folded hands, I am requesting before one thing, the senior citizens may not be in a position to get out of the houses because of their health conditions, because of their family conditions. Health conditions means many of them are all with the sugar and BP and so many whatnot. And we are not interested to get into the streets and then fight for our rights and all. Still, there are people, they are going to Delhi and sitting in Janpath, they are in Connaught Place, they are going and sitting in Parliament, they are going and sitting in various places. People are all with the enthusiasm, they go and do that. But I am making a humble request to the politicians. Please look into this. It is an atrocious decisions are being taken in the EPFO, and they are not respecting the Supreme Court. And how the public will have faith on the judiciary system? The public is supposed to believe. The lady who is standing there was earlier with the closed eyes. At least we can say, logically we can say that she is closing the eyes. She doesn't want to see all these nonsenses. But now she is open. After reading, after seeing, after listening to this Sarvo Srinivasan's EPFO case on exempted establishments, let them come out of it openly. Let them openly come out of it and call the CEO of the EPFO and then ask for, why did you delay so much amount of time? Why are you demanding such a long 35 years of pay slips and all you are demanding? What for? And you have already settled to so many public sector undertaking employees, which are all exempted establishments. And do you think that that will be behind the screen we will be writing some accounts and then cheating the public? Are we running any dobar accounting hum karte hain? Is it, are we doing such type of things? Such a companies like a very big company like BHEL or Indian Oil or ONGC or BPC or HPC, any Navaratna companies, will they do any hereafter in accounting? The questioning of the integrity, basic integrity of how much amount has been deducted and then deposited, is it not painful to hear such type of comments? And they are doubting, and even the officers who are posted to the inspection purposes are still they are not coming to the offices and verifying the documents. And what were the audited statements have been submitted year after year by the public sector undertaking? Exempted establishments are submitting to the EPFO at the regional offices. All India basis at regional offices, all exempted establishments are all submitting periodically and religiously and regularly. Can they do a hereafter accounting? What is this nonsense? How far are these people, the younger generations, we have made them to IRS and IAS and IFS offices. And they are all educated, highly qualified enough to understand what is that. Are they not understanding the pains of senior citizens of this country? Many people, it is better to earn wishes from the senior citizens. I don't want to complete the other sentence, which I leave it to the public. Let them not. My dear EPFO members, please, before something takes place, there are many fellow my brothers and sisters have kicked their buckets without seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Is it correct? Will that sin will not go to you? You have been delaying this process. The saying goes that justice can be delayed, but it cannot be denied. But the way in which the prorogation takes place and it has been delaying the process, the more and more delay, the more and more denial only takes place. And as far as the judiciary system is concerned, that is what the new sayings which has been going in the social media. Is it not painful to have such type of a comments about the Indian judiciary system? आम आदमी का कैसे विश्वास होगा? Supreme Court judge and High Court judges, the entire collegium of various judges, even retired judges with the folded hands, I am requesting that you people, after hearing this particular EPFO episode on my YouTube channel, please look into this, and you have to take it on a sumo moto basis and pull the EPFO for not implementing, rather creating more and more issues out of it. As far as the money is concerned, they have enough money for which Indian publics are not fools. They are not. We are paying our own money and asking. And I can quote thousands of cases, lakhs of people, they have died at the age of 62 or 63. Only 50% is only paid to the spouses. There are, I can quote lakhs and lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs of people died, both husband and wife, 60 to 62 or 63. The entire money, whatever they have contributed to the EPS95, is swallowed by the EPFO. There are so many cases of unclaimed EPFO from the employee's contribution. I am not talking about employer. I am talking about employee's own contribution, especially in the sector of latest generation. The present day generation, after engineering colleges is opened, they have joined in so many IT companies. They all work for 2-3 years, 4 years in India, and then they migrate to various abroad on postings. And they are all settled in America, they are settled in Australia. They have deposited for 2-3 years at TCS, CTS, so many places, and that money is still lying. Unclaimed EPFO contributions are all still lying. This everybody knows it. The Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, you all please ask these questions to this EPFO. What are they doing with the funds? What are they really doing with that? It is, the organization is not doing any profitable trading business. The way in which the 54th meeting minutes, if I read it, the public, the entire senior citizens, blood will boil. But what to do? We are all law-abiding citizens. We don't want to find fault with the judiciary. We wanted to seek the help of the judiciary system. We wanted to bring it to the knowledge of the Supreme Court judges. People may ask, why only Sarvo Srinivasan has to raise this issue to the Supreme Court judges? Are they not aware of what is going on in this country? They are very much aware of it, but we have a faith on the system. Please, at least, even after retirement also, you, Lalit Saab, आप कर दीजिए. You can open out your mouth and say in the open meeting. You can call for a press and then say what you have given the judgment is correct or not. All of a sudden, how can they go back and say in 54th meeting, various people, they are calling and telling there will be a dent. There will be, see, the word itself is creating so much amount of anger and agony on me. It is boiling, my blood is boiling. At the same time, I feel pity about my own senior citizens, my own peer level, all senior citizens beyond 63, 64, 65, they are all expecting on this. Some of them who have got already the benefits of it, they have got the demand letters, they have made the payment, they have got the new PPU also issued with the personal influences. Does it mean that the others who are not having any influence, those who are having the influence directly with central government ministers and then IAS officers, IRS officers, they can only get that? And rest of the people who have all contributed to the EPFO, are they not employees? Are they not members of the EPFO? Are they not eligible for it? Why are they delaying it? Why are they delaying it? My dear judiciary system, judges, please listen to my video and then get yourself involved. Take this case as a sumo moto and then personally seek questions. RTIs can be raised by the public and the organizations. I wish the Supreme Court of India should raise an RTI, or a retired Supreme Court judge should raise an RTI on EPFO and pull them to the court and then ask for explanation, and it should be on a speedy basis, and the very next day it should be heard. It is like any government of state which is under the trouble for any election or something like that, you are taking it on a war footing basis, even at night 12 o'clock, the justice at his house, he is making it. So similar way, you also please try to involve this and complete the process. Thank you.